Hey, welcome to Model Mecha Monday. We are looking at a cosmic era, not error. This is the Mobile Suit Gundam Seed S Freedom Black Knight Squad She-ve, or She version A. 2024 is when this was made. I got it for $29.95 at the Player's Choice at North Myrtle Beach, where I get my long distance comic shop. All right, so some of the things you might want to notice, and the way I got mine configured, I am not going through every single one and setting up every weapon for you. Maybe one day I'll learn how to pause the computer or pause the screen. But if you have an idea of which weapon you want to use, you might want to use it and set it up ahead of time. He has a double beam, like, Darth Maul. He also can use a single beam on his other hip. So he's got two on one hip and one on the other. So he's got three different beams. He comes with lots of these beams, which I haven't even assembled because I'm like, I kind of like his other weapons. It's a little different. We get beam sabers with every single Gundam we ever get. All right, so the Black Knight Squad She-ve, I don't know what that means. I know she means death, but A. It's by Shura Serpentine. Age 18, Foundation Secretary of Defense and Royal Guard Commander. So there's information in Japanese if you like to read it, and then in English at the bottom. I don't really care about all the information. I like to see the pilot is just to get an idea of what we're dealing with here. It's a very interesting mech. It kind of reminds me of well, it reminds me of a bird, kind of like Brave series, sort of mixed with Mazinger a little bit. The black and the red. This makes it look like it's very crystalline. It's not. So the art's a little misleading. So there's a seed action system. He's got the little things on his feet like Epion did, I think. And there's a lot of stickers, which I don't really want to deal with. I put on like 2 stickers, his eyes. And I decided to put it on the shield because it wouldn't be that difficult. All right, so there's this information. Weapon tree. He has a VIG, whatever, close-in needle projection system. That's in his chest. His chest opens up. I'll show you that on the model. I almost forgot about that. There's also a close-in anti-armor blade, which is that double blade that I like. That's what I kept on mine. He also has a beam sword in his feet. He has a beam saber and a beam mantle, which is like, what's the purpose? Maybe it's like a force shield. I don't know. He also has a rock shield, whatever. It's interesting. It reminds me a lot of an option for some of those old Sega Genesis games I remember playing. So here's my configuration for mine. I got the little feet thing in, so just to show you, I don't know if I really want to keep those in though, so they just come right off. This is also very interesting. It's got a metal wire, so it looks like it's floating in space. It's kind of like an option where I pretend like I don't know what you're supposed to be doing with this. But I could grab onto the other guy and download the information, and now he's got a new power. It's not going to be that complicated, that really interesting in real life. He's also got a shield. Now this goes compacted back in there. You just take out the wire pieces right here, and this goes back in there and makes like a crab-looking shield. He also has pinchers on it, so it's like a bug shield. He's got 2 beam sabers that come together on this side and one over here. I like this weapon personally. I think it's pretty cool looking. Kind of reminds me of a Klingon weapon. I like the bird wings for his shoulder pads and the bird wings on his head. All right, so on his chest, it opens up for there to be Aphrodite missiles. Pew, pew. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go back to the 80s and watch the cartoon that I watched called Trenzor Z, which was really Mazinger in America. All right, his backpack's pretty cool. Now there's these little wing things that you can sandwich this plastic thing between it. It's a plastic sheet basically. The sheet definitely looks better on one side than the other. It's a little bit more ghosty on the other side. All right, the backpack's pretty cool. It's very back heavy, but not too heavy. He holds up his own weight just fine. His legs are very different as well. There are like a lot of hollow space in there. Now, as far as articulation, I'm going to be a little bit hesitant because he is a model kit, not a toy. I would not recommend giving this to a child unless your child is I wouldn't even call it a 15 through 18 or whatever. If you're old enough to, if your child's old enough to handle things carefully, they're probably fine. I didn't get into this stuff until I was older. And that would be the recommendation I have, because there's a lot of small pieces here. It's not a toy. There are toys they make a Gundam. I'll do a model, or not a model, I'll do a Gundam. I do have a new one I want to do a review of. So stick around for that one day. There is a lot of articulation. Again, I'm a little bit hesitant to move it so much because I got him configured to the way I want him to stand up. His head's got a double ball joint on the head and then the neck down the chest. He's got a butterfly joint in the arms, which gives him a little bit of wiggle room. He's also got a ball joint going into the shoulder. The articulation is remember, this is not an action figure, so if you twist it too much, you will twist it right off. So there's a bicep swivel. There's a double joint in the elbow. There's a double joint in the knee as well, like that. You see how it bent? He's got articulation up here and down here. Again, I don't want to bend it too much because I don't want it to become loose. And again, he is a model kit. He's got skirt action going up so you can kick up. The skirts on the side do give some hindrance to his ability, so you have to pop them off. Otherwise, he could go out farther. And of course, the double joints at the knees. And in the feet, we have articulation like this. It's like one of the older Gundams that did that. And of course, there's a ball joint going up into his leg. So it gives a little bit of ankle rocker right here and up there as well. All right, now I'm going to have to reconfigure him so I can have him standing up just perfect. The side skirts, there are stickers that I'm going to probably go back and put on now that I've gotten him built, because I feel like he does need a few more colors, but I don't know if I want to do it with this or if I want to do it with the actual pins. So let me see if I can get him standing the way I want him to. All right, there we go. So there we go. I think that's a pretty good looking right there as far as his stance is. Man, he is a gorgeous robot. Really nice. $30. I think he actually costs a little bit more on Gundam. What is that store in Florida? The U.S. Gundam store. But I would definitely pick him up before it's he becomes, what is it called whenever they retire him? It is definitely something that's a nice difference. It's not like your normal, white, blue, and yellow Gundams. I do like the black and the very dark charcoal legs. And right here, and those colors just go all over the place. Looking really good in those colors. All right, let me know if you've picked up this Gundam. Did you like this configuration? Did you like the beam sabers? I feel like beam sabers, they come with everything, so I feel like I could take a break with this one. Not that I'm against beam sabers, it's just that weapon's really cool. And let me look at his feet. Now that I got them out, I kind of want to put them back in. I don't know, what do you think? I kind of like them back in, to be honest with you. I was going to take them out because I feel like it's just a little overkill, but yeah, not really. You won't be stepping on his toes, that's for sure. All right, as far as this thing, and there is a ball joint on the shield, so you can configure it a little bit easier if you need to. I want his wings to show. And I want this to be a little bit threatening. Ah, crap. I want it to look a little bit menacing, like it's coming at you, like it's like chomp chomp, like the jaws on Alien. There, like that might be okay. Well, and I'm going to have to bend it back. Remember, it's a wire, so you just have to work with it. Kind of like that. I want it to be a little bit more going forward, like it's like Alien. Remember when she opens his mouth, or whatever it is that, I can't tell. The big one opens his mouth, and then the other one teeth open up and they start coming out at you. So I want it to feel like it's coming to probe, like saying, do you really want to mess with me? Do you? Because, you ain't going to get very far if you try to mess with him. All right, so one thing I always liked about these is they remind me of angels in heaven. So, yeah, that's the way I imagine angels, not little cupids and fat babies on clouds. This is the way angels look, metallic beings, except they got a lot more fire and a lot more pure as far as the shininess to them. All right, well, thanks for watching. Y'all have a great Monday, and don't have a mundane Monday. Have a marvelous Monday.